Hi everyone, my name is Leanne and today we're going to be talking about the Irish Readathon. So the Irish Readathon is back for our 5th year. I cannot believe we are doing this for the 5th year in a row. If you don't know what the Irish Readathon is, it is a month-long reading initiative in the month of March, where myself and my co-host Aoife, who is much more organised than I am, encourage you to read more Irish books than you normally would. So even if you're reading one Irish book, you are participating. This can be a book by an Irish author, a book that is set in Ireland, a history book about Ireland. However you want to kind of interpret that is up to you. And while you only need to read one Irish book to participate, we do have some prompts and challenges if you want to make it a little bit more exciting and interesting. And if you want to go completely full-blown like me, you can read entirely Irish books throughout March. If you're participating, I would really encourage you to share your TBR, your to be read pile, the stack of books that you are planning on reading to participate in the readathon. I will be sharing my TBR a little bit closer to the time. Today we're just going to be talking about the prompts and the challenges and everything you need to know about the readathon. So while you're participating, if you are posting anything on social media, do use the hashtag the Irish Readathon so we can see your posts. We do look at everything. And also if you want to get really involved in the conversation, we have a Discord server as well, which I will link down below. I will also link to Aoife's channel obviously, and also my playlist of videos for the Irish Readathon if you're looking for any recommendations. There are 5 years worth of recommendations. And also if you are looking for any sort of specific recommendations, do drop a comment down below and myself and Aoife can put our heads together, see if there's any recommendations that we can come up with, and if there's any particular lists of recommendations you'd want, maybe it's something we could make a whole video about. But yes, let's get into the prompts. The first of those being our group read, and we are going to have a whole thread on this book in our Discord server if you really want to get into the conversation around this book. The group read we have chosen for March is None of This is Serious by Catherine Prasivka. I absolutely love the cover for this book, so I'm really excited to get my hands on a physical copy before we get to March. This is a contemporary piece of adult fiction that has a lot to do with kind of social media, the impact of the internet on our lives and our friendships and our relationships. It's a book about people's relationships with their bodies and also the nature of being vulnerable. Very excited to read this one, and I hope you guys are too and are keen to get involved in all of the chats we are going to have about this book. The next prompt on the list is to read an Irish children's book, and this also encompasses, you know, everything from picture books up through middle grade to YA. We are encompassing all of that in children's. Some really exciting Irish YA out there at the moment in particular, so I think a lot of people are going to have some really great picks for this prompt. The next prompt is to read a book of Irish commercial fiction, and you can kind of interpret commercial how you would like to. We kind of just wanted something that encompassed kind of genre fiction, so crime and thriller, which has a really rich engagement in Irish literature, or also something like romance, which is obviously having a real boom at the moment. The next prompt is to read either a very long Irish book, so a book over 500 pages, or a very short Irish book, so a book that has less than 100 pages. If you're an overachiever, why not try both? I think this gives a really great opportunity if anyone wants to dive into a really big piece of historical fiction, for example, or someone that fancies reading a Marion Keyes book. They are pretty chunky, but also there is so much fantastic Irish poetry and plays out there, so they're perfect for the less than 100 pages. The next prompt is to just read a book that has green on the cover. This doesn't even necessarily need to be an Irish book, it just needs to have like a little bit of green on the cover. Pretty simple prompt that we do every year, it's always a favourite. And then our final prompt is something that we've not done before, and it's something a little bit different, and that is to read an Irish book that is prompted by one of the buzzwords on our list. So we put some feelers out on Instagram and asked for words that you guys associated with the Irish Readathon, and we got some really great recommendations for words that we could add as a buzzword. We picked out some of our favourites. I'm gonna pop the words on screen now, but they are pride, home, language, spring, knowledge, friendship, dogs, feminism, and warmth. You don't need to read a book for all of these prompts, but you know, if you want to challenge yourself, maybe you might like to tick it off like a bingo board, or maybe try and find some books that overlap on these buzzwords. But to complete this challenge, challenge, you just need to do one. I think some of these prompts are really interesting. It was really intriguing to see what people associate with the readathon. I really loved seeing the word home and the word pride, and also then dogs and feminism, which I think is just testament to the fact that me and Aoife are the hosts more so than anything else. So yeah, I think that is all of the information that you need for this installment of the Irish Readathon. If there are any further questions you have, or like I said, any recommendations that you're looking for, don't hesitate to leave a comment down below and I'll see what I can do. And all of the information will be down below in the description as well if you want more information, if you want a link to the Discord server or our recommendations. We're really looking forward to you guys joining us on our little reading adventure in March once again. That is it from me for now on the Irish Readathon, but there will be more soon. I'm really excited to share my to be read pile with you guys. I hope you guys are doing well and I will speak to you in my next video.